Okay, so I guess I'm calling the show Life with Beer. And, there'd be some young people trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, searching the internet. Come across something on the internet called Life with Beer, and they might say to themselves, wow, that sounds really cool. There's a guy that makes beer and he gets paid for it. Yeah, okay, I can see where you say that. I got suckered into this thinking that very same thing. But I don't know if you hear that noise. You know what that is? That's a mop. That's a mop. It's 2 a.m. I've been here for 16 hours, of which, I don't know, a third of that has actually been in the brewery. The rest of the time, I've been waiting tables, busting tables, tending bar, washing dishes, mopping floors, putting up chairs. I put up all these chairs. See that? All those chairs. By myself, after I took them down 16 hours ago, which of course was 8 hours after I put them up yesterday. But you know what makes it all worthwhile? You know what makes it all worthwhile? Free beer. That's right. I'm having a free beer after my 16-hour day. And somehow, I guess that makes it okay. Yeah. This is kind of a stressful time of the day. Today's a Thursday. Got a couple of beers coming out. Today's actually New Beer's Eve. I have 2 beers today, and then I have including a cask, and 2 beers tomorrow. And like I said, this is a stressful time because it's almost shift change, which shift change in a restaurant's a little bit like if you could imagine Chuck E. Cheese doing a sale where they said tomorrow when we open the doors everything's free. And I would imagine, this is the way that I would imagine what would happen is if you said that, there'd be about 10,000 small children lined up outside, and they'd open the door and all pandemonium would break loose, screaming and just a real racket. That's what shift change was like every day in the restaurant business. So that's always tricky. And then, for the beer release, it's always a little stressful. I got to think about what I'm going to say, and I really put probably 10 times more effort into it than I should, because some people don't even pay attention. Of course, it's great feeling when everybody does pay attention, because then I feel like I did something good. I put an appropriate amount of effort into it, and all my hard work paid off. And but kind of psyching myself up and figuring out what I'm going to say about the beers and writing a little toast and all that stuff. So we're kind of in that time frame right now where I might also try to get some work done, think about the monkeys running into the zoo, and getting ready for my moment in the spotlight, so to speak. And also, this is also the part where I think about, and I look around the brewery right now, and I see a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and I think that I'm not going to get to it because the restaurant's going to keep me busy until probably about 11 o'clock, and then of course being New Beer's Eve, I got to put up decorations, even though I did put up some already today. Pretty happy with myself. Did some decoration shopping and put some of them up, but then of course I'll have to stay late tonight to put more up after we close. So that's what's going on right now today on Thursday, which is pretty typical on Thursday. And then so I'll be back. Actually, the next time you'll see me probably will be the toast. We'll see how good that films doing the toast. Okay, about a year and a half ago I had a really good idea, something called Build-A-Beer, where we would take random ingredients, most of them brewing ingredients, some of them just kind of off-the-wall ingredients that could be used for brewing, put them in a hat and let people draw the ingredients out and then make a beer with that. And believe it or not, today I'm actually going to be brewing the 16th edition of that. They've all been good. Some of them I think have been great, even though certainly we've had some really weird combination of ingredients drawn out of the hat. Today's version I think was pretty straightforward. In the hat I probably have, I don't know, maybe 30 ingredients in the hat, different malts, different hops, different yeasts, and assorted other things. And then the owner, Pete, he determines how many of those ingredients we'll use. This time, let's see, I think he picked 7. But actually, 2 of the ingredients are the same. I put a couple of the base malts in the hat twice with the hopes that we'll draw a base malt out at least once to have some sort of a normal ingredient. And it worked out pretty well this time. We have Pilsner malt, drew that twice. That and then corn, so that'll be all the malt we use. It'll be Pilsner malt and corn. Belgian sour yeast, which that will certainly be interesting. These are, you're wondering why I have these. This is what we put in the hat. It's bottle caps with labels on them. Grapes, which what I'm going to do with that I think is I'm going to use some either Chardonnay grape juice or Sangiovese grape juice that I'll ferment with the wort. Sterling hops, which are kind of spicy, and Bramley & Cross, which is an English hop that's has sort of an orange flavor to it. So I'm going to gather up all the ingredients, and then I'll be back once we start the brew. Okay, today's Saturday. It's my one day of freedom, where I try to make the most of my day off. I could sleep all day, because my body certainly needs it, but no. I'm not going to do that. And people would ask, how do you get through that just the grueling 80+ hour weeks, week in and week out? And the answer to that is therapy, which is what I'm doing right now. This is my therapy. You hear that? It doesn't sound anything like the brewery. Wind in the waves. That's it, that's therapy right there. Plus a little workout of paddling. So this is what I work for all week. This is what this is what gets me through. I think, you know, Saturday I'm going to be out here, and after I'm done out here, I'm going to have a whole lot of beers and spend some quality time with my wife and start it all over again, and look forward to being out here again next week. That's what it's all about.